To present our next Musial Award, please welcome the Assistant Equipment Manager for the Vancouver Canucks, Brian "Red" Hamilton. And from Seattle, Musial Award recipient Nadia Popovici. Thank you both for being here. I know this was quite a day for you, Red. You made the trip all the way from this morning, because you're in the middle of the NHL season, from Vancouver.
Yes, I did. We had a game last night, and I flew out this morning, but I wouldn't miss it.
You wanted to be here. You thought it was important to be here.
100% I wanted to be here. The wonderful thing about everything that's happened since Nadia tapped on the glass is that I'm in good health, and I've had an amazing opportunity to not only me say thank you, but the world to say thank you to Nadia.
And I know cancer has been difficult for your family.
Yes, my mom lost her son, her daughter, so my brother, sister, and her granddaughter, my sister's daughter, to cancer. So it was really, really nerve-wracking when I was waiting for the results, because I didn't want to have the conversation with my mom that she has had too many times. So luckily, because Nadia was there, we didn't have to have the conversation. We had a great conversation.
So Nadia, kind of take me through what was going through your mind. You saw this. I mean, you had to have a lot of guts to even mention it and then not know if anything was going to even come, if it'd even pay heed.
Yeah, when I first saw the mole, I knew immediately that this was something concerning, and just the fact that he still had it on the back of his neck. I volunteered in a hem-onc ward for 4 years, and so I'm very familiar with what melanoma looks like. And in that moment, I knew that if that was my dad out there, I would want someone to say something. And I was so lucky that he listened to me in all of my Kraken gear. I mean, head to toe, I was covered.
But you went a long time with not even knowing if he heard you or
I
if
regretted
he
it.
reacted.
Yeah, I think privacy is huge, and one of the most important things when you are discussing anything sensitive like this, especially on your body. And so I thought I made a mistake when I pointed this out. I thought, oh my God, I embarrassed him out there. And he keeps saying that he's so happy that he was able to come out with the story and give me resolution so that I wasn't feeling guilty anymore. And I mean, he's just the best. He's so kind. He's so kind.
Tell me about the letter you wrote and what went into it.
Well, the Canuck media relations staff helped me with the letter, obviously, and it was the very first letter was vague, but I was like, no, like even if we don't find her, we want the message out there of what happened. So the letter became a lot longer than the original letter because I wanted the world, or whoever read the tweet, I didn't think it would be the world, but it ended up being the world, to know what had happened, even if we never found the person. Because I thought it was such a great act of kindness. And I don't want to be like, I don't want someone to read the tweet and it has to be that person to know what we were talking about.
Yeah. And Nadia, if I have this timing right, you were asleep when this was posted because you had worked all night in a crisis intervention center. And your mom woke you up with this?
Yes, I worked as a crisis intervention specialist, and I was working New Year's Eve that extended onto New Year's Day. So I finally got home at around 4 a.m. and at 8 a.m., my mom calls me and she's just screaming and she says, "Nadia, you have no idea what's going on right now." And I'm thinking, okay, what accident happened? You know, I was stressed out. But then I go on the Canucks Twitter and I read it and I think there's no way that they're looking for me. And I was so lucky. We're family now.
We are.
We are.
And your mom's here tonight, I understand. She
She
must be very
is.
proud of you.
My mom has her own experience with cancer. She lost her mom to cancer at an age younger than I was. And she always told me growing up, I feel guilty for not encouraging her when I saw the signs, the headaches, the bruising, the fatigue. And if she was not there sitting next to me, there is a very real possibility that I would not have had the courage to say something. She raised me and my little sister alone, saving us from a pretty horrific situation. And if there's any sentence that can summarize her character, with exactly $13.26 in our bank account, she still found a way to pay for my $110 required calculator for school. I would not have higher education without her, and I would not have been able to point out this mole without her. I love you.
I'm guessing this $10,000 scholarship means an awful lot.
Yes. I was lucky enough to have a scholarship that funded my undergraduate degree and medical school. I mean, we know how expensive that is. The debt is rising, but yeah, the financial strain that we have overcome because of my mom's dedication and hard work. I could not thank the Canucks and the Kraken enough and the hockey community enough for giving me this opportunity to continue caring for patients. I am a big believer in patient equity, and one of the best things about melanoma is that it is aggressive, but it is preventable, and you all can learn how to do the same thing.
You're a hero. Thank you both for being here. We really do appreciate it, and congratulations on the Musial Award. Nadia and Red.